Hi everyone! I'm getting really excited for the party and I hope you are too. I want to talk to you about finding multiple uses for your books. I really like finding multiple uses for our books because I think it adds an extra value to them beyond just their original purpose. And if there are books that you find from Usborne Books and More at the party, go ahead and send me a message and we can talk about multiple ways for you to use that book, because I'd love to talk to you about that. The books that I have chosen to talk about right now, this first one is called All Better. And its main purpose is to teach children about compassion and just caring for one another if someone gets an owie. And it also helps them feel better when they get an owie. Just what we can do to help feel better. So basically this book has 5 reusable bandages for the different animals, and each one shows the cute little pictures of what happened to the animal, and then just some simple text explaining it and how you can clean it and kiss it and put a bandage on it and make it all better. So some other uses for this book that I have been doing are talking to my almost 2-year-old, because this book is good for about 2 to 5 years old, but I've been using it with her since she was like 18 months old, because we talk about the animals and their noises, and then we've been talking about counting, so we count these little spots. So there's 5, so she learned how to count to 5 pretty early, and then we talk about color recognition, and she works on her coordination with this. So I say, can you find the yellow bandage? And she finds it and she'll put it there. And so she practices her colors, and now she can just find the green and she'll say green, and then I don't have to point to which color is which anymore because she's learned them. So that's a lot of fun for her. She's pretty proud knowing all that stuff. And then I wanted to talk to you about multiple uses for the Wipe Clean, because my daughter was, my 5-year-old, was kind of hesitant to start learning to read on her own because she was worried that I wasn't going to read to her anymore, which isn't true. I'm going to keep reading to her even when she learns to read on her own. But she wasn't convinced at first. But what's great about these is that she was so excited to write in them. They come with these really nice markers attached, so she's going to learn how to tell time. And so she would be practicing writing a word, and it has the picture right next to it. So there's hat, and she can trace the hat too, which helps her practice her penmanship, not just with letters, but also just the pen control. And then she started sounding words out because she already knew her letter sounds, and was starting to sound out, red. So she would be writing it and sounding it out. So she learned how to read. So that was exciting for me because I couldn't really motivate her, and I didn't want to force her to do it because that's not going to make reading very fun for her. So I was really happy that Usborne Books and More Wipe Clean books helped in that way. Then another idea that I have is using this storybook called Scribble an Author as like a keepsake gift for graduation. Because when I was in high school, I got some pretty cute storybooks for graduation. And this book is adorable because it has a definite beginning, middle, and end, where the author is interacting with this little character called Scribble, and the author creates these problems that Scribble needs to solve, and throughout the book. And so I thought it would be a really cute idea to have my kids as teachers write throughout the book little messages each year at the end of the year, and then give these to my kids when they graduate high school. But like I said, you can get that book at any age, and it would be a really great gift, keepsake for a monumental occasion like a high school graduation, just because it has those life lessons theme in that book. So this book I like because it comes with a CD, and this is for probably like 2 to or 3 to 6 or 7, I would say. This book is great because not only does it have the CD, but it also has other uses, like how this text at the top is a little more simple. It's a shorter story this way. So the text at the top by itself makes sense to read the story. So this would be good for an early reader, or if you have a bedtime that you need to meet, but you still want to read your stories, so you need a faster story. But you can also have the top and the bottom read for a more complete, detailed story. So you could do, your early reader could read the top, and then you could read the bottom to have that reading together time. And another audiobook is our Ted and Friends, which is a combined volume of early phonics books. So there's that. And then my last idea is for chapter books. So we have a lot of different chapter books. These are just some of the earlier chapter books, but we have a very long list of chapter books for every age, even up to young adults. This is our earliest chapter books. Billy B. Brown. There's also the Hey Jack series. Those are some of the earliest. And then we have this Lily the Elf. She's kind of like how you would imagine a fairy to be, but she's an elf. So kids that are more into like fantasy, they might enjoy those books. This has some large text and pictures. And what I would suggest with any chapter book is to ask your kid to draw pictures. Maybe there's a page or a part of the story that isn't pictured, and so maybe you'll ask them, well, maybe you could draw the picture that you think would go with those pages. That would be a fun little art project. And also, for the older kids, I would challenge them to find a word that they don't know the meaning of, and have that be the word of the week, and maybe use that word multiple times that week. Maybe challenge them to do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. So like I said, if there's a book that you would like ideas for, I'd love to talk to you about that. So just let me know, and I'm excited to talk to you more throughout the party. And yeah, let's talk soon. Bye.